Stitchers! Today is January 31st, 2016, and the last day of January. It's hard to believe that tomorrow's a new month already. Where does the time go? I feel like I'm always giving a weather report, but is that what people do when they get old? I don't know. Maybe that's me. But they always say in South Dakota, if you don't like the weather, just wait, it will change. Monday we had a blizzard, and I got up and looked outside for work, and there was 4 inches of snow on my car. The wind was supposed to pick up to 35 to 40 miles an hour that afternoon. And instead of calling off school, they made us go to work. And so I drive my work is only 12 miles away, but I drove part of that way on the interstate. And as I drove on the interstate and it's 80 miles an hour here on the interstate, I was going about 30, 35, 40, grandma turtle style. These semis would pass me and it would be total whiteout. Luckily there weren't any cars behind me that early in the morning, so all I could do was hit on my brakes to keep from going in the ditch. Finally, it took me 40 minutes to get to work, finally made it, exhausted, white-knuckled it the whole entire way, and school starts at 8 o'clock, and they dismissed us at 9. So then I had to drive all the way back home in it. But at least it was daylight out, so that made it a little bit better. So I stayed home that day. We had quite a bit of snow and slush and stuff, so the next day, Tuesday, school was 2 hours late, and so that was part of a day too. But now today is 40 degrees. It's beautiful outside. I've got a lot of ice in my driveway, so here I am outside today trying to shovel ice and break that up off my driveway to keep from falling and killing myself. So it's supposed to get a little cooler again next week, but hey, for January, I cannot complain here. If it's above 0, I'm happy. So I hope, like I said, I hope you guys had a good stitchy week. I have to write down my notes, otherwise I never remember, or I always forget things, and I got to wait a whole week to tell you. I'm kind of going through withdrawals as far as buying things. I did purchase the new Stony Creek, and I really like this summer banner. This is the last one of the series here. It's done on 18 count and cloth, and each square has a button. You have a seashell, a ladybug, I believe a strawberry. They're just really cute. The only thing I don't care about it is it's on 18 count with 2 threads. I'm thinking that might be a little bit of a tight weave, but I really like it, so I don't know, I have so much stuff to stitch, I might want to stitch it. Oh yeah, and then too, I'll have to show you in the book, but it's really got a cute bell pull hanger thing that goes with it. Here also they have a couple Christmas ornaments in the summer one. I mean, really, come on, it's time to move on. Worry about that later on. I'm not in the mood to stitch. I'm not in the mood to stitch Christmas ornaments at the moment. You notice a lot of the country theme is coming back. Roosters, quilts, you know, all of that. And I love all that stuff. Sorry while I do this. I just wanted to show you some patterns. This one is really cute, Faith, Family, and Friends. This is done on checkered count too, but it's also done on 32 count. I've decided that I'm sticking to 28 count mainly. I mean, I can stitch on 32 count, but I'm wondering with those checkers, I don't know, have any of you stitched on this material? If it's a little bit hard to see just with the weaving, but it's really pretty though. If I could maybe get my granddaughter to start stitching for me or something, that would be really nice. But she's a lot like her mom. One project at a time and finish it till it's done. Me, on the other hand, not so much. This is the reason why I picked up the Stony Creek. I think I showed you in earlier one of my videos. This is the the Afghan that I'd like to do for my daughter for Halloween. She's a big Halloween fanatic. I not so much, but it's done on 20 count Lugana over 2. And I really like this. Like I said before, the Lugana is $100 just for that. But I think it is all Aida. Oh, there's some weeks dye in here too. And it's got some thread works. Oh, it does have some of the light effects, the glow in the dark. I hear that's really a pain to work with. Am I sounding whiny and complaining or whiny? Oh, I tell ya, I'm done with back stitching. I'm done with small count. Who knows? I might have to go back to 11 count Aida. Huh? Oh yeah, here is this one picture of the bell pull. And you can see it. It's on the top. It's got like a little umbrella, and it looks like a little sand bucket with a shovel here. It's just cute. I really like that. And then of course down here they have autumn, spring, and summer, which are all previous ones. But I don't know about the 18 count. I'm just not that fond of, because that'd be like 36 count over 2 threads, or using 2 threads. So I don't know what y'all think, but they're really cute though, really cute. Oh, I'm gonna have to live to be really old to get all this stuff done, I'll tell you. But I think that was all. But this is the, oh, it's the winter 2016. Sorry, it had a summer bell pull on it. I thought it was summer, but it's still winter. I did happen to place an order for some thread. I was digging through my stash, which I love to do. I love to go through my patterns, because it's just like shopping for Christmas all over again if you have stuff that you haven't stitched and you find it. Actually, I was looking for a pattern that I thought I had bought and I hadn't, so that's on my to-do list. But I like my big toe designs, and I found this one, and I think it's called, his name is Jesus. And it's done in Gentle Arts, I believe. Pecan pie and cranberry. Doesn't that sound like a Thanksgiving meal? Sounds really good though, actually. So the thread was a little over $40. That one is done on 28 count. And I think I'm going to do it on 28 count. It calls for raw linen. And I was wondering with the pecan pie, I hope it's a really dark brown, because I'm not sure that that would show up really well on raw linen. I went through my stash and I found some 28 count Fischel. And this is picture this plus ale. And I think I was going to stitch One Nation on it. It's really a pretty fabric. So I might, my thread will come in this week sometime, so I might use this. I don't know, instead of going out and buying. And like I said, I can buy from my local needlework shop, but they don't serge the edges. So I don't know. We'll see. I did. Oh yeah. I haven't done anything on my namesake sampler this week, but I just noticed as I watch my own video to see like the mistakes I make or things I forget. But I kept calling this letter an H. It is clearly not an H. This is the H. This is a U, which is next to the T. So I thought, it's like, really? Did I say that? So I didn't do anything on that this week at all. And I really didn't spend as much time on my stitching stuff again, as always, but it seems like my evenings are so rushed, and I have meetings at night sometimes, and work with parents, stay after school, you know, the life of a teacher. But I did start a new WIP yesterday, even though I really don't need to, because I really need to get some stuff done. I made this one about 30 years ago for a former pastor and his wife. This is the book. Copyright is 1986, so I've been stitching a long time. Oh, I got some funky hair going on here. I'm trying to grow out my hair, excuse me, or the layers, and it's sticking up like it's got a mind of its own, and it's popping up, and if I use water to get it down or whatever, it just all of a sudden just like pops up. But I really like my hair short because it's so easy to work with. Not really much to fixing or whatever. My daughter wants me to grow it out. My granddaughter wants me to grow it out. But at my age, really, I don't know. I might consider growing my bangs out a little bit. But anyway, off the topic. But here's the pattern. I don't know if you can see it. And it reads, "So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom." And you know, I bet it probably, since I made that picture 30 years ago, I bet I haven't stitched on Ada since. Like I said, I started out on an 11 count way back when, and which seemed small back then. I'm surprised it's still not around, or maybe it is, I don't know. But I did start it again. I ordered this fabric through 123 Stitch, and it's Ada Cloth, Fiddler Ada, and I'm surprised they didn't serge it. I don't know, if they don't serge Ada, I don't know. But this is in the middle. This is what I got done last night. It's just the word teach. But I forgot how fun, and this is on 14 count, I forgot how fun it is to stitch on Ada. I'm really liking the look of it and how quickly it goes by. I think even more so, I'm so used to jumping over 2 threads, so going over 1 was really nice. But I'd forgotten how fun it was, so I really want to work on this piece. Just for something different. Oh, let's see. And then I did work a little bit on my French alphabet sampler. Really, not much at all. I'm still struggling with the whole rotation thing again. When I put 400 stitches in a week, I really see a lot of progress on one piece, but then all my other pieces get neglected. If I put 100 stitches in a night on different pieces, I don't see any progress at all. Well, I mean, I see some, but not like 400 stitches. So I just been picking up pieces and, I don't know, going with the flow, but I think I might try going back to 100 stitches on each piece, and that way I'd get 600 stitches in a week on different pieces. I don't know. But this is the FAS, French alphabet sampler. You can see it. And I just started the B here. I did that last night. And that's what it looks like. I'm trying to get page 1 completed before I jump over to other pages. And this is done on 36 count, but one thing nice when you have a lot of things to tie off, I really like stitching on 36 count because you can jump farther with threads and carry your thread farther. And for some odd reason, I decided to put another 400 stitches into the Quaker Virtues piece. And I kind of jumped around on this piece too. Here it is. Oh, I tell you, me and this sampler here. But what I did was I stitched the A, the letter A. I put that in. Look how uncoordinated I am. I stitched the letter A. Oops. This one here. I stitched this vase down. Oops, excuse me. Let me move this here. I stitched this vase here, cutting off my head. Ah, good grief. Sorry, hope I'm not giving you motion sickness. I stitched this vase. Where'd you go? Right here. Down there. And then I stitched, let's see, down below here, that little bit, right here. And that was my oh yeah, I did stitch, this motif on this motif over here too. I just get bored or whatever, but I really got discouraged because this 12 pearl just kept knotting on me. Even though I'd untwisted and untwisted, it kept putting knots in it, and then I couldn't get the knots out. Then I'd have to cut the thread and weave it and start another piece. Totally frustrating. So this is it so far. So that's like a page. Let's see if I can show a little better here. And then see how uncoordinated I am. And then down there. So, and that is it for the week. Sorry, it isn't much progress. I'm going to be digging out some other pieces that I haven't touched in a couple of weeks. I know I've been showing these, but I'm going to dig out one of my Rosewood Manor pieces, Cornwall Cottage. I'm going to try to work on my Cinderella piece because that one's on 32 count. I've decided that even though I bought pieces in 32 count for my Mirabilias, except for Petal Fairy, I did buy 28 count in that. I'm just not going to stitch it on it and go to smaller beads. I like the bling, and so I'm going to order 28 count. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a giveaway here when I get a certain amount. I have the number set. When I get a certain amount of subscribers, I'm going to do a big giveaway, and then probably for my 1-year anniversary, I'll do a giveaway this summer. And so I have mile markers for subscribers and to do giveaways, and I might just do some randomly anyway, but some of my 32 count Lugana from Stephanie I'll probably do as part of my giveaway. Beautiful pieces, absolutely beautiful pieces, but when they start sitting in your box for a long time, you know, it's time to see somebody else give them a good home. And I like to give things away randomly too, if I can see a need for something. I always said I find this ironic because I have all these beautiful pieces of hand-dyed fiber, and I'm using ivory, white, raw linen, beige, mushroom, not so much the other pieces. So have a great stitchy week. I'll see you in February next week, and God bless.